What's up, y'all? It is your girl, Ayana. I know I'm a little slow on the uptake, but forgive me for that. I am gonna flex a little bit on y'all. I had to get set up, had an alterations client come through. Y'all see it? Can y'all see it? Enter the chat. Where is Yvette at so she can see what she has wrought? Yvette is going to get a complimentary mug as a thank you for giving me the idea for this design. So I'm going to send her this mug complimentary. But if you would like a mug, definitely go follow the link on my website and it takes you straight to the mug. I mentioned a discount. Well, I made the discount automatic. So there you go. And while I'm saying that, let me just double check and make sure it's active, because I don't want y'all coming to me talking about this girl said this discount was going to be active and this discount ain't active and blah, blah, blah. Not that y'all have ever done that, but I just want to make sure that it is working appropriately. You will get a 20% discount as my chat people. You don't have to enter a discount code like I said earlier. I made it an automatic discount on that particular collection. So definitely, if you're interested, go check it out. Get you some, get you some, get you some merch. We got to celebrate because as you can see, I'm going to refresh the screen right quick. I'm going to refresh the screen. We now have 481 subscribers, y'all, showing out. Welcome to all my new chat club members. Thank you for entering the chat with me. I appreciate you for choosing me as one of your content providers here in these YouTube streets. All right, so thank you so much. I'm looking forward to what is going to come. That I can start my process in entering the YouTube Partner Program. With the help of you all, you will not be forgotten. I love you, my day ones. Y'all know who y'all are. And I have been able to produce 313 videos, from full-on reactions to shorts created from those reactions. And you all have blessed me and encouraged me. Y'all have reminded me to take my blood pressure pill, and remember, these are just skits. And I so appreciate it. And y'all have even complimented my jewelry. Well, guess what? This is not the first YouTube channel that I have. I have a few under my name. I'm just really starting to build these out as content streams of income. That's what I call it, content streams of income, or CSIs. I will eventually be teaching how to create your own stream of income using YouTube. And I'll be telling you the truth about my journeys. I'll be telling you the truth about this one and starting this channel from scratch and building it up and creating a community. And I will even tell you that about my other one, which has a little bit of a story because I kind of built it up, let it fall off. Now I'm going to reactivate. I'm in the process of reactivating and rebuilding it. If you want to know what it is, I'll share it here. It is called For Jewelry Lovers. For My Jewelry Lovers, sorry. Let me add the at in here. Okay. That's one of my first crafts that I did, was make jewelry. It's the first craft, not my first craft, but the first craft that I had that I turned into a business. It was a jewelry business, Yana Glaze Jewelry. I moved away from it, but the passion is still there. And I have so many people that love my jewelry. They will be like, girl, make the jewelry. I need to see some jewelry. When are you going to put some jewelry out? Blah, 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 blah. So I'm sharing it with y'all, chat club, so y'all can see it. If y'all want to go and support me on that channel, you want to learn how to make some of your own jewelry. You want to learn how to style jewelry. You want to learn how to make men's jewelry. You know, the holidays are coming up. There's already some content there. It's older content, but it's still good, valid content. I've cut some of it in the shorts. If you want to learn how to transition a pair of pierced earrings into clip-on earrings, because not everyone can continue to wear pierced earrings for reasons or whatever, I have a video on that on there. I talk about using beading boards. I talk about all kinds of stuff over there, and I'm gonna add more meat and more juice to that channel as we go. Not forsaking this one. They're two different channels with two different vibes, but the vibes are still all positive and all fun. Okay, so definitely check that out if you want to support me there. Go ahead. I appreciate you so much. Um, I want to come here because we're gonna do my midday. We're gonna do some different stuff. So we're gonna do this midday check-in. I plan to do every day around 12 o'clock. Now, if I have a client come through, runs a little over, I may not be exactly at noon, but I want to do it at 12 p.m. Eastern or as close to it as possible because that tends to be lunchtime for people, and y'all can hop on and join in, and we can kind of laugh a little bit. Then you go on back your work day and work a little bit. And then I'm not going to promise you it's going to be every night right now, but as close to every evening as possible, I will do an evening check-in, okay? And that usually will be right around 9 o'clock p.m. And I may just do it a couple of days a week, doing it at night, and it may be something a bit more extensive. What I'm going to work on tonight was what I was supposed to do last night, which was Keon's comment that he put about Amber and her trying to be that Proverbs 31 wife. And I said, that's a good topic for discussion. So I'm gonna go into his comment, and I'm also gonna pull up the Bible. We're gonna talk about a little Bible tonight, and just kind of look at Amber in trying to fill that role and the pressure she's putting on herself to be what she already has been portraying herself to be. Okay. Sometimes we put a little extra pressure on ourselves when we don't have to because we're lugging around guilt, we're carrying around the weight of shame and all that stuff. And it's just not necessary. Okay. I'm sorry about the yellowing. My light right here wants to keep trying to go out on me, so I got to keep my other light on, and it's got those fluorescent lights got a little yellow to them. So I said all that, and y'all go on over there now. Order you a hoodie, a t-shirt, or this mug right here. This mug right here. Made by yours truly. That's something else we're going to talk about on a different channel. Okay? So when we get in the chat, you can have your mug. I'm working on a tumbler. The tumblers, so it can change it up just slightly. The tumbler is going to have the word chat in green. Okay? Just letting y'all know what to expect. All right? Okay, so as we get down with this, again, I'm gonna refresh one more time. I love refreshing and seeing the number of subscribers go up, y'all. It makes me feel so good. So, thank you for watching my videos. You all have helped the numbers go up significantly. Larry and Bethany have been getting us. They've been getting us. We did get a chuckle today from Wayne, but people are really more than anything else interested in my take on Bethany, Brooke, Larry, and Shara. They give us so much content, so much. And I look at the analytics and all on all of these as well. Those videos, you all are very serious about this family. I think you're gonna like. I see we had 345 views so far in the past day on the reaction of Sunny letting her father know they have two babies. They have a very interesting family dynamic. I'm going to go back and react to some of those earlier videos I haven't checked out, but I'm going to react to those so we can kind of pull them into this whole family discussion, because I think this channel is going to focus more on the familial aspect of things, and I love that drama piece, but we need to laugh a little bit too, so I'm going to mix it up. But I definitely think Ayana Energy Chat is proven to be a grown folks channel. Well, we're gonna talk about grown issues, So I'm excited about that. So these are some of our midday chat club announcements. Okay. So what we're gonna do right now is go on over here to the community, and we're gonna check out some of the things I posted on the community and take you through it. So Yvette Davis, I reposted the pictures for you. I don't know if you're catching me live right now. If not, that's okay. But I did repost some of the pictures of the shirt. So there's the orange version. And I think I'll take y'all over to my website too, so y'all can see the link there. We have a poll. Was Anthony wrong for yelling in front of Kyle like he did because he caught Iman holding him? 78% of you said yes. No was 18% of you, and 4% was like unsure. We did have a comment. Let's see what that comment is about. Children, Doll 2442 says children learn behavior from the environment in which they're exposed. Therefore, yelling isn't a positive behavior, it's an aggressive behavior. That is verbal abuse. Yes, yes, yes. Doll 2442. And you know what? It's funny because it's not funny, haha. But it's easy for us to kind of yell at people because we yelled at people. We were yelled at growing up. You think about it. Don't slam my door. Go on back outside and play. It was always a height, but we kind of just brushed it off, I think, as children. You know, I'm a Gen Xer. But we kind of like, brush some of those things off. This generation is a bit less feral than we were because we could run around outdoors and play. We were loud ourselves. But this generation is a bit more, these last millennials, a little less sheltered. Gen Z and Gen Alpha, they're a little softer, not soft in a bad way. I'm not calling them weak, but they didn't have the freedom and the flexibility that we did because we had less things going on. We didn't have to worry about as much about people snatching us up and stuff like that, right? I know in my generation, I think the Atlanta child murders was going on between my first and second grade years. So I remember that, but I was living in the country in South Georgia. That was going on up here. But I do remember it's 9 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? That's where that came from, the Atlanta child murder. So that was like, you didn't hear as much about people snatching up kids or trafficking and stuff like that. But you hear about it here. So, and I think that yelling aspect kind of comes from that. We just kind of repeat the behavior that we saw. The newer generations tend to do more soft parenting, I would say. Y'all agree with that? And then laws are not necessarily favorable. Anytime I have an emergency or anything like that and I can't go live or I can't do what I said I was going to do, I'm going to post it here. I did tag O'Neal TV. Y'all shout out to @O'Neal TV. Continue to pray for him. Pray for our other chat club members who may be in Jamaica, in the islands, being hit by Hurricane Melissa right now. Keep them covered in prayer as we move on throughout the day and throughout the week, because it's gonna, once it's over and done, it's gonna take a lot. But O'Neal is a trooper. O'Neal been posting. He's still been doing his lives as much as he can. I don't know exactly where he is, but I know he has family there as well. But he's still pushing. O'Neal has shared about the interview he did. I can't remember the creator right now, but it's triggered him and made him, not triggered in a bad way, but it has inspired him to do. I believe he said he wants to do a conversation on Black culture as a whole, but from a global perspective, because the truth is, we as Black people around the world, we've developed certain stereotypes about other Black people from other countries based off of what the majority, the majority have decided to put out. I remember thinking that Africa was just this horrible place. It just had all these sick children. It was this. I got Netflix and I'm like, wait a minute, this look like Atlanta. Over there in Nigeria or something. You know what I'm saying? So we're taught different things. So this gentleman I'm showing here, Eddie, Eddie the captain, he is a Black content creator from the UK, and he is all about Black culture. So right here, I'm tagging O'Neal because I said on O'Neal's live, I put a little messenger saying that I was gonna shared this person with him. So I'll just tag him here, and then everybody can see it and can go check Eddie out. I don't know Eddie. I just like his content, and he black communities, black housing in the U.S. You see, he's reacting to this the wobble line dance. He reacts to a lot of HBCU content with the bands and so forth and the dance squad. And he just seems to have he presents such a genuine heart when he is talking about these things. Okay. Then I send up prayers for O'Neal. We discussed that. Will Amber divorce Anthony? Y'all are almost split. 50% say yes, 33% of y'all say no, and 11% of y'all is like, who cares? Do we really care? I've noticed that my numbers on my videos where I cover Anthony and Amber have dropped. When I check the analytics, it's down. So y'all tell me, are y'all tired of the story? I know we're all fatigued by it. And I think that fatigue reached its pinnacle when the DNA test came back that Kyle was Anthony's, and we still don't believe it. And I don't think we're ever, until we get a negative, that ain't the baby daddy, we gonna be like, it's like, because we're not convinced. Anytime Angelina has her hand in anything or gets access to anything, we don't trust it. We don't trust it. All right. So again, here's the merch that Yvette recommended. I didn't do the pink hoodie. If y'all want me to throw the pink hoodie back in there, I will. But I'm like everybody else. I'm strongly feeling the black hoodie. The black hoodie was for the win. You can go on and order your black hoodie. The link that I posted will take you to the black hoodie as well. Okay, and I'll repost all the links after we get off this live. Okay, and I'm gonna take y'all to my website too. Here's the mug. I don't know why it says ENCA on here, but we'll go to the site. I'll click that link and we'll go to the site and check it out. Thank you all for praying for me and sending up support and prayers over me and my vertigo and my asthma, because all the things are doing all the things right now. And I know it's because I am really putting myself out here to use my voice, and the devil don't want me to do it. That's why he want me on here cutting up, saying stuff I shouldn't say. I'm getting better about controlling my tongue though, y'all. But there's a message in all of this. When Wayne says Jesus is popping, people are like, oh, well, he's supposed to be a Christian. He's talking about Jesus is popping, but he doing all this stuff. But Wayne's content has some really good messages. It gives us some things to talk about and some things to address that we as a culture sometimes tend not to address. But we're able to address it and have good, thoughtful conversation, right? Based on what we see and what we hear in these skits, because they are relatable. They are relatable. We got to give it to them. So, I did do a poll and ask, would y'all like to see me react to other comics? Like, I really like the crowd work of people like Josh Johnson, Nate Jackson. I think Kevin on Stage and Tony Baker have the Ball Brothers tour where they're doing some crowd work as well. So I would like to start flowing some of it in it because we need to laugh. I think in the book of Proverbs, it says laughter is as medicine. So we do need to laugh because sometimes these skits can get very, very heavy, especially the ones with Brooke, Larry, and Bethany, because it really is on trend in some of the stuff we're seeing out in the world today. It kind of hints at all those things, right? I know that 23% of you wanted me to stick to KW only. I will still, KW will be my primary focus for the interim, okay? But if God leads me in another direction, I'm going to have to go. I'll still be reacting to Country Wayne, but if there's another streaming couple or family that gives us something to talk about, and we can even tie it with Country Wayne, I'll likely be pulling that in as well. Okay. And yeah, I appreciate y'all. We do need a good laugh after Bethany. We're gonna have to break up some of that monotony so we can just kind of laugh at some silly stuff. So I hear y'all loud and clear. We do have a comment on here. Let's see what it says. I don't think I saw that comment. Yvette Davis says, "Do your thing, Miss Yana. I'll be here for it." Well, girl, I'm gonna give you everything I got, honey. I'm gonna give it to you. Um, so there's that one. We're gonna close this comment out. I think that might be the last one for now. I'm gonna go over here to my notifications and check these out. Let's look at some of these comments. Let's look at this about Bethany and her putting pregnancy. Her putting pregnancy on Brooke, y'all. Boy, that thing about tore me up. Y'all hear me? It tore me up. I'm like, here we go again. So Catherine says, let me see if I can look at her earlier comments. Oh, I'm in the wrong. Y'all, why y'all ain't telling me I was in the wrong part? Okay. Okay, Catherine says, this is on the reaction of Larry checks Bethany for speaking pregnancy for Brooke. I had Overbrook, but I ran out of words, ran out of letter space, so I had to like kind of change it over to 4 and all that. But Catherine says, quiet as it's kept, who gave any of them the right over us after they bought us on that ship? Oh God. Can't make it no plainer. So I know you know where I'm going with that. Like I always say, the truth don't need no support. Amen, Catherine. Larry got them glasses. 524, he got blinders on. She one of them. Yes, you're right. Larry does seem to have blinders on. But one thing I decided to give Larry a little bit more grace, and I tell y'all why. I'm noticing that. Remember they had that conversation. Bessie did all that crying about when our marriage go wrong, blue hoo, blue hoo. Well, they had a discussion about when Larry said, "I don't want Brooke or Shara coming between us." Let's. I got upset with him saying that, but I realized that was him trying to do something to resolve their marital issues. In the day, he's still married to Bethany, right? So, excuse me. So my whole thing is, I'm gonna give him grace on that a little bit because since their conversation about and him suggesting that they pretty much leave them out of it, because I think what Larry was starting to see when Bethany gets upset with him, she does say stuff to Brooke. And she's like, "You never have my back, you never have my back." But Bethany's gonna be Bethany. And I think he's starting to see her. He did actually say, "I see you." So she's showing him who he is, right? She's showing him who she really is. He's finally taking a look because it's coming in the form of him seeing her hate on his daughter and make comments about his daughter. He's not gonna put up with that too much longer, y'all. He's a man. He's not gonna put up with that too much longer. So I'm gonna give him grace. But I am seeing some shifts. I'm seeing where okay, this is what I suggested. We're gonna try to do this. We're gonna stop making it about Shar. We're gonna talk about it. I notice he's trying to talk to her more when Brooke is not around, and try to talk to her, through like this scene here in the kitchen this morning. Just trying to have a conversation with her. And I noticed she doesn't get as irate with him as she does with other people. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't get as irate with him. Okay, let's go. Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie Mungin 9093. She says, and I love the fact that y'all take time to put like longer and longer comments in here. Like it just gives me so much to think about. Stephanie says Bethany has a problem, she thinks, because she's white. She is right. Yep, a lot of people think white is right. And we're not on here bashing white people. Please understand that. But Bethany has a problem and she thinks white is right. Everybody has to listen to her all the time. She's wrong, just like Brooke said to you that I was going to get pregnant by Isaiah. Larry doesn't pay attention to what Bethany is doing. She's torturing Brooke. She talks to Brooke like Brooke is beneath her, and Larry just sits there and tries to make it right, but she's wrong. Bethany needs to be removed from these skits. Uh, I don't think we need to remove Bethany because Bethany is that antagonist that we need. Because through Bethany, we're actually, I think the actress is like brilliant in how she's portraying this character. But I think through Bethany, we see and we get content that really in our culture and in our families, we see some of this playing out. I have cousins and I often wonder, like, y'all know where we come from. And y'all going out here marrying all these white people. Not I have a problem. I don't have any problem with interracial relationships. But it's almost as if they're determined to go out and find these people to marry. And I always question what their ulterior motives are. Because I don't be understanding it, considering that we're in the South. And it just it's a little bit odd to me because of the way I grew up. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with interracial relationships. There's nothing wrong with them. As long as two people generally love each other and can respect each other and can love on each other the way God meant for us to love on each other, right? But Bethany shows another side in that there's a thing where women of European descent, I'm gonna say it that way, have an affection towards black men. And it's like they're a novelty, right? But at some point, novelty wears off. And at some point, you stop showing your angelic side, and then that devilish ugly side comes out. And I think that's what we're seeing here with Bethany. And Larry has to face this as a black man with a black daughter. It would be interesting to see how it would play out if the roles were reversed. Because there are a couple of scenarios. It could be a black mom with a black son, or a black mom with a black daughter married to a white father. It could be a gay couple, interracial gay couple. It's just so many different scenarios. But based on biases and stereotypes and how people were raised and reared and where they've lived and how they lived their life, that plays a huge part of it. So it would just be interesting to see them add more, maybe one more character family like this. But they need to get Bethany needs to be done. She does need to be taken down. I just don't know that I necessarily want to see that character removed from the skits because she gives us so much great content. I don't like how she talks to Brooke. I don't like how passive Larry comes off and appears to be. I do love how Brooke stands up for herself and articulates herself. When Bethany hit her with that pregnancy thing, hold up, you're not finna put that on me. I felt that to my core. I was so proud of Brooke in that moment. All right, Izella Jones. Hey, Izella, how are you, sis? She says her sense of entitlement is what bothers me, and my phone been ringing all day. Her sense of entitlement is what bothers me, and her relentless way of never being wrong. This chick is never girl. She ain't never wrong. She ain't never wrong, and she always a victim. Never wrong. And people aren't listening to her, even though she's the one doing all talking. But notice people aren't listening to her. Look, Izella, go on get you a mug, girl. They 20% off. All right. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back over here to some more of this content. See what other comments we got over here. What is going on? Let me ignore the phone. Y'all don't hear it. When it rings, I like we don't hear it. Okay, now Lorraine commenting on my short. Let's see. Oh, when they Natasha and her sister Dawn about to go to blows yesterday. I did a short to that today. I posted. And Lorraine says they both too old for that. Yes, they are, Lorraine, but I was here for it because I needed something to laugh at. And I think it's about time that Natasha got up in Dawn's stuff. Because Dawn been doing, she been out here messy. Real messy. So on the reaction of Brooke, you're gonna get pregnant. My reaction to that skit. Um, Catherine says, this is my CPS girl that always be on me like, girl, you need to take the blood pressure pills. Don't lose yourself. It's just a skit. And don't say that. Don't say some of them things because they so ugly. That's my girl though. But she says, kudos to you, Ayana. Ari, she says, Ariana. I know it's an editor, so I'm gonna give y'all a pass on the wrong spellings of my name and all that because I know it's the editor because I'm having issues with my phone editor as well. But she says, kudos to you, Ariana. This is great. This is your CPS girl, Chris Praying Saint. I love watching you. Thank you. I love creating content for you to watch. Remember, I talked about your face about your facial expression. My sister was like that, and she didn't have to have the simplest idea of to think that nobody was reading her facial expression. She didn't even open her mouth, and you knew what she was thinking. My mother once told me and had her back to me. Apologize for thinking, and I almost fell off the chair because I couldn't figure out. Excuse me, y'all. I couldn't figure out how did my mom know what I was thinking and never turned around and looked at me. Girl, cause mamas, mamas got them intuitions. We mamas, we know. She said, okay, Ariana, you have become my favorite here, California girl. Much blessings to you. Thank you, thank you. I was speaking through the mic, so some of the words didn't come out right. You know what I'm saying. You feel me? Yes, I feel you. Yes, girl. God bless you, girl. You're doing a fantastic job. Thank you so much from my heart. I appreciate it. Isella is on live with us. She says, "Is this person going to bring a problem for Brooke with the girls' school?" Oh, Isella, there's a whole reaction I did where I didn't feel like Isaiah had her back on the bus when them girls took that bag, and then I broke it down, and I think I did a live yesterday about bullies. Like, do bullies do things to incite other bullies? Because I feel like that was another one of Bethany's motives. I feel like Bethany knew that those girls were gonna start at Brooke when they saw that purse, that Gucci bag, and they were gonna start bullying her some more, which is gonna trigger Brooke to have to come home, and then Bethany once again will be able to insert herself in that situation. I think it maybe not like on the top of her mind, but subconsciously I think so. So we may get to some of those comments before we get off of here. Mm. Okay. I think I'm gonna see one of the comments on it here in just a second. Trying to see this. My phone, not phone, my laptop doesn't want to show me the whole thing, so I kind of have to go back, start over, get down to it. Okay, let's see. I gotta go back and look at the react to the videos where Chase and Candace confronted, well, not really confront, but just checked in with Natasha about why she decided to take Brooke's case, because I know that case is gonna come up soon. And this is all about Bianca being a good attorney, Shirley Frazier. Some of these comments may also be comments from somebody else's stuff. Dante did a reaction to Country Wayne being at Tamara's dance studio today. So y'all go check out his reaction because his laughs are hilarious to me. Also check out his wife's channel. He's gonna mention it on this video, so make sure y'all go check that out. Um, she is such a light. I enjoy seeing his wife, especially when she joins him on the skits. Thank you so much. Thank you, Isella. I'm trying to pay attention to what y'all are really reacting to when I go to these skits. It's why some of the other streams I've kind of stopped following. I'm definitely pulling Sunny back in. So I'm hoping I can get to some of those skits today because I definitely want to pull her back in because I know we're not really big fans of Sunny, but their family has a lot of stuff going on. And there's a father who does not want the daughters interacting with their sister because their half sister was born out of an affair, and he is blaming the young lady that was born from the affair. Um, it's just like hate, and it's how it's kind of riding to the core, and it's creating a problem in their family, especially with Sunny being pregnant. So I think that is going to be a good little family to throw into our love of looking at the family dynamic and drama. Okay. Um, Clarissa. Clarissa says this is on Brooke checking Larry about the pregnancy thing that Bethany said to her. She said, "Hi, couldn't wait to watch this. I got so mad. I need to come and get some of your blood pressure pills, y'all. I'm gonna do some candy. It's gonna be clean candy, maybe some mints or something, but I'm gonna package it, and I'm gonna package it as um pills for blood pressure pills for entering the chat or something. I'm gonna come up with a cute little label on it, and I'm gonna have it like a little box of pills. But it won't be pills. It'll actually be something like some mints or something like that. Because like when you get upset, hey, you suck on some mints or something like that to kind of calm your nerves. um, but she says I just couldn't handle the way they have this lady acting, and the girl had the phone in her hand. I wish she could have recorded how Bethany talked to her. I don't know why. They love to record so much, but they ain't recording this. Every time she come to my door, I'd be like, "Let me start this play. Let me start this." Mully Mo. Wait until Shari hears what she going to, and she's here. She's going to check Larry and Bet. She should. She definitely should check her. She should definitely check her. Um, Deborah Hine 1050 says Bethany is so narcissistic. She brings everything back to her. She is also passive aggressive. Very, very passive aggressive. She's really mad at Larry for not including her in the decision to allow Brooke to date Isaiah in the first place. It is crystal clear. Yes, yes, yes. Again, Bethany feels like she should have the ultimate control. Forget Shara, who is her mom. Forget Larry, who is her dad. She feels like everyone should succumb to her and what she wants to happen. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. She is so right. Because that is what's going on. It's going to let me hit enter. It's not going to let me hit enter. Well, shoot, y'all. Deborah Hines says, Larry, grow some balls with this woman. She said, grow some kahunas. So, Royalty 72 on the video of Wayne doing the dance. Lord have mercy. Oh, she good in country. Royalty, you must be from South Georgia somewhere, child. Lord have mercy. I am shocked Wayne is even trying to do it. Hilarious. These are the type of skits I miss. I do miss the silly skits myself. I feel like everything in here has gotten so heavy, relationship and all of that, that they're not remembering to laugh. They need to laugh a little. And I'm glad that Wayne is bringing back the humor so we can kind of break up some of this. Um, Marguerite on the short that I did, where do I think Brooke is being bought. I think that was a poll that I had on there on one of the shorts. Is Brooke being bought? And this was Marguerite Daniel 788. Marguerite Daniel 788. Yes, Brooke is being bought, and he'll and HE double hockey sticks. No, Brooke, don't start back calling her mama because she not worth calling mama. And what you need to do is to please take and record every conversation that you have with her so that you can let your mama Shara and your daddy Larry hear it together in front of her, and take and tell your daddy that you want to take to Greg. And if and he say for what, tell him you want to go to court for Greg so you can tell the truth of how she is, cause Bethany is a liar and a big bully, and she feels that she can like you for her child, but you not her child. So if you want a child, go and adopt one. So that I was she Marguerite done went on a branch, y'all. Marguerite said, oh, she tied. She tied for Brooke. That's what all this amounts to. But and to have her daddy divorce her, right? So check out Marguerite's response. I mean, Marguerite is upset, and I understand it because I've been feeling the same kind of way. I've been feeling some type of way about all of this. Oh, one more thing. When I come in and I look at your comments, if I don't read the entire thing, it's because I'm trying to save for some time. So please don't be in your feelings. Some skits, I'll take portions out of the comments, some of the longer comments, because it gives me good like ideas for additional content to create. And usually it's probably gonna come in the form of some type of a live. Rosalind Robertson 8048 says, Larry, please stop believing what Bethany tell you because she is a liar. She lies about everything and she never tells the truth, in all caps. Rosalind meant that. She meant that from her soul. So, Larry, I don't. But Rosalind, let me ask you this, and everybody else, I don't think Larry believes Bethany. I think Larry saw who Bethany was some time ago dealing with the Chase stuff. I don't think he expected it to roll over into his household like it's rolling over into his household. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a little shook about that, and it's kind of throwing him off his game. Because all Larry really wants is to sit home, chill, and be at peace. He already been to war. He don't want to have a war inside his home. Now, the thing I do think Bethany needs to stop doing is stop going with this lie and this story that she paid for everything in that house, and he wouldn't have that house if it wasn't for her. Because he had that house. He bought her into that house. That was his house. And when he married her, he bought her in there. So don't think you just came in here. I told you that's that white savior complex. That's a real thing. So I think she was responding to the question I said about Brooke not having it. I mean, about Bethany not having any children of her own. She's a good thing Larry didn't have a baby by her. Clarissa asked, what time do you have your check-ins? Again, I will be going live every day at midday around about 12 o'clock, unless I have a client coming in or unless I have a doctor's appointment or something like that. So my goal is to try to get on here every day at 12 o'clock and be on here for at least an hour so we can have lunch together. All right, we're going to sit and eat our lunch together. Um, she says she feels the same way I do about this situation. And that was reaction to when they were out there arguing and Bethany was insulting, what's the name? Mary Lawson says, y'all, Shady Shayla already has the house. It's her real house. She's letting Country Wayne using her skits. If we get that, that's probably is her real house. But for the sake of the character, Mary Lawson, she didn't go buy her own house. And stop trying to get Anthony Munn and all those kind of man. We talking about the character now, not the actress. The actress Shayla, she's a really good actress too, cause she got all of us mad with her, and she played a short bus person really really good too. I think her and Iman. Oops, little Uncle Anthony can't just come showing up over there now like he used to. Exactly. And I think that's the whole point. O'Neal seems to think that Iman is not gonna buy her a house. I think he will. If for nothing else than to stroke his male ego. Because how not, he don't like Anthony, and it's clear. Andrea S. Miller says you are speaking truth. Oh, this is when Brooke checked Bethany in the car about thinking about that purse. Don't mean she just gonna be cool with her talking to her mama any kind of way. I appreciate Brooke for that too. Andrea Miller says you are speaking facts. New to your channel, I like and subscribe to your channel. Thank you for speaking the truth. Well, thank you. Hold on, y'all. It's my sister-in-law. Hello. Hey, girl. Let me give you a call back. I'm live talking to my people on my chat club on YouTube. I'll call you back. Okay, bye. Y'all, I'm sorry. I had to answer that. My sister-in-law we ain't talked in a minute. She called to check in with me. Sorry about that, y'all. Pamela Trim, 5875, on the skit where Bethany is talking to Larry, sitting on the corner of the bed, talking about the whole interaction with him and Shar. Bethany, you are a huge liar. All you think about is how to get at Shar. That is true. Shar lives rent free in Bethany's head, and Bethany ain't. Shar lives rent free in Bethany's head, but Bethany don't live rent free in Shar's head because Shar can care less about Bethany, long as she don't mess around and hurt her child. Bethany, you're a huge liar. All you do is think about is how to get at Shar. She's racist. Larry knows she is a trick. Yet he keeps making excuses for all her insultive, evil ways. He does, and he's gonna have to be real careful with that because his daughter is seeing that, and she ain't for it. She ain't for it at all, and she's not gonna be in high school forever. I don't think the people are thinking about that. She's not gonna be in high school forever. Okay, y'all, we're gonna do a couple more, and then I'm gonna get off. Mary Law said, "Now watch, Iman. Tell her she's gonna buy." So she was responding in real time. Y'all, Shady Shayla has really bought her a house in real life, and she's going to let it be featured on Country Wayne. That's awesome for her. Mary Lawson, how do you know? Girl, what scoop you got? You know, you seem like you know some stuff. And I ain't questioning whether you know some stuff or not. I'm just saying, girl, how you know? We won't know. You got some inside scoop. Get at your girl. Let me know, because I'm trying to interview some of these actors and actresses on these Country Wayne skits. I want to talk to some of these people. I definitely want to talk to Bethany. I reached out to her. Hopefully, she sees the growth on the channel. It'll make her want to come on through. Y'all know what I'm saying? But she was really nice in responding to me. So I'm going to check out some more of her stuff and just talk about how she develops all her characters and everything. So I didn't watch the Giselle Ron. I'm struggling with Ron and Piara stuff. I'm gonna be honest. I want to see Piara in a relationship separate from Wayne, separate from Anthony, and just kind of do her own thing and give her own storyline because I think she deserves one. She's been sitting here stuck on boring lane for the longest. She needs her own good storyline, but right now I think Ron is married. I think something else going on with him. Regina Thomas says, "Let her go. She gonna run," and she did. She ran because if you look at that skit, if you go back and look at that skit and let it go all the way through, when Ro can no longer hold Natasha after Natasha's sister Dawn kicks the thing after Natasha tells her not to, you see Natasha take off running behind Dawn. Dawn actually ran to her car and Natasha was behind her. You can see it, like the long shot they do. You can see Natasha behind her. So I'm like, are they gonna show us when Natasha got hold of that girl and beat her down? Because I've been waiting on it, but clearly she didn't, because she had on her little green Timu outfit today out there at the park with Ro. Yeah. And I don't. And let me say this: I know I've been giving Ro a lot of hate in my reactions. It's just that there are certain aspects of Ro that are starting to pop out that remind me of Michelle and remind me of Leilani, and they were two of my least favorite actors. Well, characters on here, not actors, but the characters they play. I did not like those characters. And Ro is she's kind of giving off some of their vibes, and I think she's better than that. Diastar '07. This is on the one where they were outside arguing. Bethany Brooke and not Brooke, but Bethany, Shar, and Larry. And it says Larry wants to tell Bethany he stood up for her, and he knows Shar is telling the truth. Yeah, he knows she's telling the truth. He knows it. Brenda Chambers said there's a car scene where they were coming back home, pulling back in the garage. Always lying. She's never accountable for what she do. She will go out of it. I am so sick of this woman. Yvette Davis, my cup conceptor, my design conceptor for Enter the Chat. She says, anybody but Bethany. Shar keeping it classy and real, down to earth. Shar always keeps it classy and down to earth. She don't care them vibes of her. Yvette says Bethany is threatened by Shar, but I think her comment is a little longer, so we're gonna go over here. There it is. Bethany is threatened by Shar, but she's pushing both of them straight to her. I want to know her backstory. I know about the girls beating her up, but do we know that Bethany was not the bully and those girls got tired of it? Or is it just me? Look at her action. You know what, Yvette? I did bring that up in one of the skits. I think it was the one where I said that asked the question about do bullies do things to incite other bullies to bully people. I believe Bethany was not a bully. I believe Bethany was not the victim. If you look at how she talks, hey Marquisa, good afternoon. If you look at Lord, my daughter, hold on, y'all. She upset. Yes, daughter. I'm on live. The ibuprofen is downstairs. It's down here. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. Girl, we just going through comments now. I'll do a recap before I get off of here, but you good. We just going through comments now. Some of these comments on these skits. So I was explaining the midday check-in. I will start this part before we get back into Yvette's comment. I'll be doing midday check-ins around 12 o'clock. Unless I have a client, I may kind of be a little bit later or a little bit early. And I kind of want to go at least an hour. I think I've been going right at about an hour now, coming up close to it. So it'll be like a little midday lunchtime type of check-in vibe, right? And yes, we are on Bethany Child. Well, Marquisa, that's what Bethany built my channel up, child. We are on Bethany. We have gone through some of the reactions I did earlier this morning and some of the comments on those. Marquisa, she pissed you off when she put that getting pregnant on that girl, didn't it? I know it did because it triggered me. And I just got in bed when those skits came, and I'm like, I want to get up and comment on this, but I was too lazy to walk back downstairs because I ain't trying to like make myself no worse. I want to at least be able to talk to y'all. So I'm just got to do it first thing in the morning. Lolly Dolly Krause, what's up? Oh, y'all on here. Maybe I need to come on at 1 o'clock instead of 12 o'clock. Y'all tell me. But y'all rather I come on at 1 p.m. Eastern or 12 Eastern or just make it 12 to whatever. And when I get off, I just have me a little 2-hour window or something. Because y'all on here now. Now I don't want to get off. Marquisa, how she pissed you off, girl? Lolly says, Izella, you say 1 o'clock too? Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to go a little longer. I'm on my own time. I'll go a little longer. I'll do 1 p.m. Eastern for our midday check-in. Okay. Let's see. Lolly Dolly Kraus said, to be honest, if Bethany wasn't in the skits, it would be boring even if we hate her. That's what I was thinking, Lolly, because Bethany is actually giving us a lot of content. She's giving us a lot of things to talk about. Sorry about that. Y'all see the mug? Y'all see it? The link's been posted in the community the way you can go get it. They are 20% off right now. So are the hoodies and the tees that I designed. And I missed my mouse. Y'all, we're gonna be human on here. And respect each other's culture, but Bethany does not respect everybody's culture. We have got to stop treating each other like we are not all humans. We are the human race. We have many colors. When you look at a color spectrum, when you look at a rainbow, there are a bunch of different colors and even colors in between. That's where you get gradients from. That's the flavor. That's the secret sauce. That's the spice. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. My Keisha said she been pissing me off, but last night that did something to me because I was that kid once before with someone in my family and my mama got up in that. You know what? You're right. Because I remember my now 15-year-old daughter. You know, like when little girls they get to be about somewhere between 3, 4, and 5, you kind of get a glimpse of what their future figure is gonna be like. Because I think that might be one of their first little stage of hormones start to hit, and you just got to get a little bit of a glimpse of what they may look like as they age and come into their beauty, right? Well, I had this relative say to me that my daughter was quote unquote fine. It was a female, it was a lady, and I didn't feel any threat that she was trying to come after my child and thing like. But I noticed she was just noticing my daughter had on some green jeans and a cute little shirt, and she was a cute little darling. You know, we knew she was gonna be cute, a looker. So she says, you're gonna have to watch her. Girl, my Keisha, y'all, that thing triggered me so bad. I'm like, what you mean watch her? Because the implication was that because my daughter was showing what, because you could see what her figure and what she was gonna look like, that she was gonna be fat. And that's something in our culture we gotta stop doing. I don't know if it's done like this, stuff like this is said in other cultures, but no, I may have to watch these nasty men out here, these predators out here, but I gotta watch my daughter. Implying that my daughter's gonna be fat. We're not doing that. Mm-mm. That down. Play with me like that. Put that on my child. Okay, so Larry likes living in the suburbs and wanted to be part of the Newberger's business, but they said no. Well, yeah, I mean, but he lives in the suburbs anyway because that's his house. That ain't Bethany house. He didn't come. Y'all, my head wrap coming off. Why don't tell me my head wrap coming off? Um, he didn't move in with her. He didn't move in with her. She moved in with him. He married her and moved her into his house. So he's living in the suburbs. So I don't know why Bethany keep poking her little chest out, talking about I pay for this, I pay your phone bill, I do this, I do that. You don't do that by yourself, chick. Don't even do that. That's messy and that's ugly. So Yvette says she's threatened by Shar, but she pushing both of them straight to her. I want to know her backstory. I know about the girls beating her up, but do we know if Bethany was not one of the bullies? I think I read that part. Or is it just me? Look, I think Bethany was the bully. I definitely think Bethany was the bully. And then when she got caught and when people approached her, she's doing the same thing she does now. She plays victim. Yeah, she didn't wasn't threatened about it till she came into town. I think she was threatened by her before, but she was there with Brooke, so she couldn't really touch her. But that's a good point, Brenda Mathis. That when did she become like this? She was already mean, nasty Bethany, right? But she definitely got threatened by Shar. Shar walks in her authority as Brooke's mother. She walks in her authority. Lottie said she laughed when Dawn did the box and said she wasn't finna do that. She this big. What's she gonna do? What's she gonna do? Marquisa says, one of my aunties told me that about my youngest daughter. She was gonna be fast. You better get some birth control for her. All of the things. And to this day, no child of mine has had kids, and my oldest is 25. That comes back to Marquisa. I'm gonna say this. I believe you black. I believe you black. I know Marzella is. I mean, Izella is. But based on what you said, just because of what you wrote in here in these comments, I know you black. And yes, our older, our older Black family elders, they will open their mouths and they will insert foot and say some of the wildest stuff. I think that is culturally specific to us, I think, but then I haven't explored other cultures like that. But I also believe it's the conventions of the society that and in times that different people grew up in. You know what I'm saying? Like you have like the generation. So you have Gen Xers, I'm Gen X. Then you got the boomers. Depending on where you fall on that boomer scale, you might say something crazy like that. Then you have the silent generation. And there's still members of the silent generation still around. And then they say little stuff. Marquise said, yes, my sister, I'm a good Black chick. That's right, girl. Good Black chick, the good Black chick. Um, no, it was not a good idea, Lolly, that Brooke took that bag to school. And that's what Shar was trying to tell her. Someone has manipulated you with this bag by buying you this bag. She didn't buy you the bag when everything was cool between y'all. She waited until things were bad. She's trying to buy you. But then also, it wasn't good for her to take that bag to school because that bag could be stolen. That could be another thing that Bethany uses against Brooke. That bag will stay home in the closet. Now, taking it to her mom's house, I'm cool with it. But even at her mom's house, when she was sitting outside talking to Isaiah, she didn't need no money in that moment. That bag could have stayed upstairs in the apartment. It didn't need to be shown to anybody else. But I'm glad Brooke had Shar there who can teach her something. And notice, Shar didn't try to punish her. She didn't snatch that bag from her. She didn't do none of the stuff that Bethany does. And if you notice on the skit where she goes in there, when Bethany goes in there and talks about Brooke being pregnant or whatever, or getting pregnant in the future from Isaiah, when she puts that on that girl, if you look, the bag is right there. It's posed on the nightstand in between Bethany and Brooke. And I'm like, okay, so are they setting us up for Brooke to snatch this bag from her? I do believe it's coming with not Brooke. I do believe it's coming where Bethany's gonna try to snatch that bag from Brooke. I do believe that skit's coming. I don't know for sure. I'm just saying what I believe because of how they had the bag positioned between the two of them. That's what's connecting them right now. But Brooke is showing, I don't care what bag you brought me. I don't care how much money you spent on that bag. I ain't just gonna sit back and listen to you talk bad about my mama. And I sure as the devil ain't gonna let you put no pregnancy on me. That ain't even on my mind. And I'm proud of Brooke in that moment for standing up for herself. I'm so proud of her. Bethany real feeling for Brooke came out when Shar came back. But Bethany has always felt the type of way. But yeah. Yes, Marquisa. Yes, yes, yes. She has always felt the way about Brooke. As long as she can control Brooke or control Larry through Brooke, that's what she's going to do. But I think I said on one of my reactions that I believe Bethany has been saying this kind of stuff to Brooke when Larry was not around. Brooke may not have been old enough to really recognize for what it was, but here are the mistakes that Bethany made. Brooke asked Bethany to stay out of it when it came to her and those girls. Bethany jumped in it and made it worse. And even though she asked her to stay out of it and told her she was making it worse, she did not listen because Bethany's always right, right? Then when she called the police on those girls was about to cut through somebody's yard and had nothing to do with Bethany. They weren't even met Brooke at that point. When she did that, those, regardless of how Brooke and the neighborhood, the apartment girls, regardless of how they kind of don't get along with each other, the one thing about Black people, when we see racism and it's coming towards one of our own, don't matter how I feel about you, but you're not going to keep messing with people who look like me. Because if you'll do it to them, you'll do it to me. That's what Brooke sees. If she'll call the police on them, she'll do it to me when I get out of line and she don't like what I say. Look how often Bethany has come very close to putting her hands on that girl. There have been times when the argument has been so bad between her, Larry, and Brooke, where Bethany literally looked like she was gonna knock that girl out. Marquisa says the bag issue is coming because Bethany not getting the response she thought she was gonna get, and she will take that bag from Brooke. She can't take the phone no more because Shar gonna go get it from her. Exactly. Shar snatched her power. When Shar went and snatched that phone back from her, she snatched her power. Now Shar about to snatch her ex-husband back. Now Shar is about to do that. And also, I want to know the backstory, more of the backstory of Larry and Bethany. Did Bethany somehow know Larry and Shara? Did Bethany somehow set Shara up to go to jail? Like, I want to know more of that. There's so much more. I know we can't stand the woman and we wish she'd go away, but I don't want to go nowhere because she give me good content, and she's the reason why y'all got me up here with the subscriber count that I got, and it's growing, growing. And it's growing. My cousin just sent me something. So I only need 18 more subscribers and we'll be at 500. Y'all, if I got these 18 subscribers a day, we're gonna have a party tonight. We're gonna have a party tonight. If I get these hit 500 subscribers, we're gonna have a party tonight. Okay. I know he told a little bit of his story to his friend, but we don't know the fullness of Shara and Larry's backstory. Because Larry says Shar cheated on him. Okay, people cheat on people. And I'm not minimizing the hurt that comes from someone cheating on someone. But dude, it made you run to a white woman who clearly had to be showing racist signs when you met her. And Marquisa. Is it Marquisa or is it Marquisa? Is it like the QW sound or is it like the K sound? The KE sound. So I can make sure I'm saying it right. Denise also asks, what about Brooke's feelings? Can I get Marquisa? I don't know which one was first, second girl. Y'all, I haven't told y'all I'm a stroke survivor. And I got fibro. I don't forget something. I ain't got no more juice in here. I like drinking out my mug. I gotta get me some juice. Hey, Deborah Hine 1050. Why did Larry get custody of Brooke? Cheating does not cause a judge to make that move. Well, I think the backstory is, and I think Lolly is the one that gave it to me. The other part of the backstory is that it's with the Q sound. I got you, Marquisa. Deborah Ying. It was when Shar went to jail for those 90 days, where she didn't go to prison. She just went to jail. When she went to jail for those 90 days, that opened the door for Larry to get custody of Brooke. But I wonder if what's her name had a hand in it. Because he didn't say he got custody of Brooke before he met Bethany. I believe he got custody of her after he was with Bethany. Because him and Shar were already divorced. And when people are hurt, think about Anthony and Amber and this whole Shayla triangle, right? When they're hurt, they do things to lash out at one another. See what I'm saying? So you think about it from that perspective and take the race part out of it. Deborah Ying says, there you go. I wouldn't put it past. I definitely think. And then think about it. Bethany's father is an attorney. And he clearly is going to give his daughter whatever she wants. Because he's not backing up Greg at all. I'm so ready for them to go to court. I would not put it past Bethany. Because I do think Brooke is an instrument of control for Bethany to control. Marquisa, I'm about to start. Did you see where I showed Sunny that I did a reaction to Sunny and her father, and I introduced the idea and said I was going to be going back to some of those old skits to kind of catch us up on where they are. That storyline surprisingly is starting to shift for me, and I'm starting to see the traction pick up on that. I haven't watched a lot of those, but I'm gonna go and I'm going to react. So I'm gonna start trying to pull them in because I think the Anthony and Amber storyline kind of went dead. We might they might need to take a break from them and come back with something new. They're gonna have to go back. They have flubbed that storyline, in my opinion. That's why they pulled them into a night with Wayne when Wayne was like laughing and making jokes about Anthony or whatever, and Anthony got mad because Amber was laughing too hard. Um, I don't think Anthony. Well, I kind of do. Dominique is definitely wrong, and I think her psychotic behavior. It did seem like it was kind of flailing for a minute, but now that they've kind of weaved it into the storyline of Sonny, Mike, and the baby, and the twins now because it's two of they're twins, and even Jocelyn, because I'm convinced Jay Diva is coming back. I think seeing Raffy with Sade, and I got to check out that skit today as well. I hope I can get to all of them, and then seeing I feel like something is gonna happen to one of the twins. I feel like they're gonna write in a skit where maybe Sonny gets sick or something, but behind all the drama and stress, because now her sister, their half sister is there, and the daddy hate the half sister, and then you got Dominic over here causing all kinds of problems. Dominique causing all kinds of problems, and Jocelyn has made it very clear that nothing is going to happen to Sonny and them babies under her watch. So I do believe that Jocelyn, aka the real Jocelyn, meaning J Diva, is going to make her way and make her presence felt in these skits at some point. I think they're just waiting on her trigger. Well, I have said it before. Bethany gave Brooke that person to bribe her to testify for. Yes, Deborah, that was one. That's one of the reasons. She gave it to her to smooth things over, think she's gonna buy her affection back and get her to call her mom. That gives her control. She also wants to be able to protect herself in case Brooke gets called for court. Because there's so many reasons why they could end up calling Brooke to court. One of the reasons is because Brooke is a witness to her calling those girls nappy headed. Brooke was right there, and the moms know that. So, and if Greg knowing that, and Bianca is really, really good at her job, don't sleep on Bianca. She's really good at her job, and she probably already has that as a piece of it. Dom is another type of Shayla. Oh, Dom is a nasty piece of work, and it's been a nasty piece of work for a minute. Now she got Dom Daddy going down on her. She gonna be wrinkled up from tongue juices. I don't know no cleaner way to say it. Oh, Marquisa, you got some backstory for me, honey. Hit me up in the community. Tag me and let me know so we can talk and we can I'd be happy to get you on here live and you can kind of like share a little insight. I didn't know they were gonna do a Tyler Perry type movie with Sonny and Mike, but I can see it because now I think I saw where there's a skit where Mike and Sonny like actually like go into a real relationship. Zella says, I believe it too, and I believe Dominique is going to be a part of it, and that's when JD was going, oh, yes. And see, y'all remember now, Jocelyn and Dom have a history. They weren't dealing with each other at one point because of something Dom did. Remember that? Let me check and see what's going on, Deborah, as to why you're not getting the crown. I don't know why it's not, but I'll double check. It could be that I don't have enough subscribers yet, and so that tool has not been turned on for me. But when I get to 500, some other things are going to be turned on for me. I am 17 17 away. Y'all look. Can y'all see that? Can't see it. Oh, shoot. Let's see. I'm at 483 total subscribers. Once I hit that magic number, I think some other amenities are going to be turned on to me and my channel. So that may be why you're not seeing your crown. I'll go back and look at the research. Thank you so much, Deborah, for subscribing. I know. I gotta double check and see what's going on. Oh, she's gonna give this case her all, but I also wonder if she's gonna flub the case. I think Bethany's gonna do something to really tick Natasha off. Dom is trying to make it look like she's saving herself from Mike when her plan works and she get him back. But if something happens to Sonny and them babies, Dom got a problem. Let me tell you who else got a problem coming, Marquisa, because you are so right. Rashal has a problem coming because Mike picked him over his brother. Mike picked him over Kendrick. Mike picked him over Damien, which I can see why he would pick him over Damien. Mike picked him over his cousin. Okay. But Rashal, when that whole dumb J Diva mess was going down, I don't know if y'all remember, but Rashal is the one that had Hulk trying to kill Mike, unalive Mike. Do y'all remember that? Some of those skits from back, last summer maybe? And then they had to go get I think Granddaddy went and got Hulk's daddy and made them sit down and talk and then fight it out. Mike done told Dom he don't want her. And now she messing with Dom with Sonny's father and playing with his heart. But I think she getting a little caught up too. And Sonny don't care whether she pregnant or not. She gonna jump on Dom in a minute. You're welcome, Deborah. Right. Because Terry did try to talk to her. And Dom, now she come back after she realized this. Yeah, I remember Uncle Cartoon just told Rashal that he knows about it. And Mike never knew Rashal did it. No, Mike never knew it. And now he has made Rashal his children's godfather. But check this out though. Mike's other crazy cousin, who I like so much. I think her name is, I forget what her character's name on here. She is gonna find out. She gonna find out. And when she find out, she gonna burn the earth down trying to get to Rashal. Because Rashal was low down in that moment. Now I hate Rashal gets treated like a simp and all that stuff, but Rashal was so low down. What he did was so wrong. Y'all, I'm really liking this. I'm liking this kind of chat club midday check-in where we go through the comments and we sit here with each other and I'm liking this. I'm really liking this vibe. What y'all think? Oh, see, I missed it. See, I didn't watch the gender reveal. I'm gonna have to go back and react to that because I didn't watch the gender reveal. I gotta go back and take a look at that. So thank you, Marquisa, for letting me know. But Marquisa, you got some school, girl. Yeah, he was mad. He thought he was gonna get. I don't know why Rashal think all these women are meant for him. Now, Glow actually likes Rashal, from what I could tell, but I hadn't watched a few of their skits. I only watched a couple, but it seems like Glow really liked Rashal. Now, that's somebody else who I think is gonna get sick of Dominique pretty soon. I think Dominique and Glow are gonna have a blowout pretty soon. I do too, Deborah. I do. I like this. I think this is how we're gonna go. We're gonna have the setup for like our midday check-ins are gonna be announcements, chat club announcements, product features. Because y'all ain't got to wait till I'm monetized to go shop this stuff. I don't have to put the store directly on here. I have a Shopify, so y'all can place y'all order whenever y'all want to. When y'all see some y'all like, no pressure from me. Just whenever y'all feel like y'all want to support the channel. I would love it when y'all are able to do those super chats and stuff like that when we do the lives and stuff. I would like that because that does help support me building out the channel and so forth. But again, no rush. I just appreciate y'all being here. Really, Marquisa? Oh, I'm sorry, girlfriend. I'm gonna make sure I get these. Make sure I go down that rabbit hole and pull some of that out because y'all, it's a lot of content. It's a lot of things we can talk about. I don't know that Greg is gullible. I think Greg is arrogant. Alone, let me put the link in here for y'all. 1 second. Y'all can still see the screen, though, can't y'all? The one that I'm sharing. That's not what I put in there. I'm gonna go pull the link to the collection so you can see it. And I'll put it in there. Someone put a link to my website directly to the section that says Ayana enters the chat. But it should, this is what the link should be. So YanaGladeStudio.com/collections/Ayana-enters the-chat. Let's see if that link works for you. Can y'all see the link? And you should get an automatic 20% off when you go to the cart. It should be an automatic 20% off. Now, these are pre-orders. They'll be made to order. They're pre-orders. And my husband is going to be helping me fill the orders. I have a lot of other stuff on here because I'm a Zeta and I had Zeta merchandise. And then I have some other stuff. I have a whole menopause collection of tees and hoodies that I designed on there. But definitely the mug is there except the cookies. And then give me some time and I will make sure. Give me, right now, I think my lead time is probably going to be running around 10 days. But for y'all, if y'all order early, I'll make you all a priority to go ahead and get your stuff out to you. So y'all can be on live and showcasing y'all stuff, have y'all mug. So yes, all right, y'all, this has been so good. So good. I am truly enjoying today. I love how we've been able to kind of share our point of view and everything. I do think, I'm gonna answer the question about Greg. I don't necessarily think you and AKA sis well D9 in the house, D9 in the house. I think Greg, I don't know if I think he's gullible. I think arrogance can guise itself as being gullible. Y'all know what I'm saying? Because he tries to carry himself. See, he tries to carry himself a certain way. Can you bring me that Gatorade when you walk back this way? See if they're on the counter right there. They're not on the counter. They may be on that table over there. I think he tries to carry himself in a certain way as a businessman, but when he does it, he doesn't if it's not over there, look over there on like somewhere over that way. If you don't sit on the counter. But it's downstairs. Um he carries himself a certain way, and with that, he has a certain level of arrogance that makes him look gullible. I don't think he's really gullible. I think he doesn't believe he can be touched. There's a God complex that I think a lot of them have. Like when you look at Anthony, Anthony has a God complex. There's a level of arrogance where he feels like he can't be touched, a sense of entitlement. That just because he's a businessman and he conducts himself a certain way and he's kind of suave and debonair, then things can't happen to him. He can't be played. But I think Greg gets played a lot. And I feel like, remember this about Greg, bookmark this. Greg's introduction did not come by way of Sonny. Greg's introduction did not come by way of Sonny. Are you talking about Sonny's father, Greg, or are you talking about Bethany's brother, Greg? Because those are two different Gregs. If you're talking about Sonny's father, Greg's introduction came by way of Patty. Who is Patty connected to? Angelina. Let that sink in for a minute. They were working on a movie together. Greg met Sonny. Greg met Mike through Sonny. Under Sonny's encouragement, Greg put Mike in the movie. And Patty was not happy about that. Oh, it's definitely gonna come out with his baby sister. I can't wait, Marquisa. But Greg met Greg came. It was introduced to us as someone doing a movie, and through Patty. Patty was working on that movie with him, and then Mike flubbed it, screwed up because Mike didn't have his stuff together as usual. He's getting better now. There's some growth and maturity back to that character. You still don't see him? They're not on that table right there. They were downstairs unless your daddy took them and put them upstairs. Excuse me, y'all. My daughter looking for some medicine. Go check my bathroom. But it was downstairs. Um, but I think you could possibly see a rolling in of Angelina. I really hope they don't do that because I feel like it's gonna jack up the storyline. Marquise says Greg got some secrets and is gonna come out with this baby sister. I want them to bring Chad back because he was on dumb toes. She couldn't play the game with Chad. Exactly. And let me hit you with this. Chad is who Jocelyn really likes. The only reason why Jocelyn, I think Sade was stupid for doing this. Y'all, I'm a little head wrap trying to come up. But that happens in life. But Chad and Jocelyn really were feeling each other. And Jocelyn was going to try to make a love connection with Chad, on the distant trip. Till Sade suggested she bring Rafi. Okay? Rafi did need a little break. But what made Jocelyn decide to go after Rafi on that trip is when Sade kept calling her, asking about Rafi. Sade had already bought Rafi cookies. Momo had already dropped her little plug out there. Y'all know what I'm saying? Had already dropped her little stuff. So it was looking awfully messy. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think I definitely excuse me, my voice want to try to go from y'all. But I definitely think Jocelyn and I don't think she's feeling Rafi like now. She's picked so many different people over him. Ty, the real estate guy, that Sean, that football guy, that Sean guy. And Chad was about to be another one. And Rafi was right when he checked her when she was trying to encourage him over Momo. He was right when he said, well, if you feel that any woman would be happy to be with me, why did you do that to me? Why didn't you pick me? He did. She does him like Momo was doing. Except Momo was trying to get a bag. That's the only difference. Marquisa says, I don't like Sade because she's showing that type of females I don't deal with. Yeah, Sade can be. I don't like the fact they started like kind of let Sade kind of go over into that messy realm like that. Um, but she set herself up to get hurt. She set herself up to get hurt. She really did. All right, y'all. We are right at that. We're approaching that 2 o'clock hour. I will see y'all back on here tonight around 9 p.m. Does 9 p.m. work, or y'all need me to do it? Move it to 8. Y'all let me know what's gonna be a good time for y'all at night. Now I don't know if I can do 10, but that's supposed to be after that's chat club after dark. But I guess it technically will be after dark if I do it at 9. So Isella says 8. All right, we'll try it tonight at 8 p.m. Marquisa says 9 is good. Tell you what, I'll split the difference. I'm gonna come on at 8:30. So Isella can get a little bit of it too before she decides to kick back. All right, well, we'll kick things off at 8. Y'all join at 9. I'll just be getting revved up. But yes, Marquisa, this is what you missed. Remember, I posted those the link as I come up with more designs, more things. I do have a Tumblr as well. The Tumblr, the chat that's in this design on the Tumblr is green. Because I want to change it up just a little bit. Okay, 8:30 it is. All right. Y'all have blessed me immensely. Thank you all so much. Y'all have helped build this channel up. Y'all not playing with me. Y'all don't play about your girl. It's 48. I got 483 subscribers, so we got 483 chat club members. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. And I'm gonna be out. Peace to the next episode. Thank you, Deborah. Love y'all. Bye.